So I guess J Dilla was an acquired taste for some people because Questlove also had a similar change of heart. But it wasn't until Questlove went to JD's home studio in Detroit that he found out that Dilla's programming was in fact the opposite of sloppy. Now keep in mind, Questlove has been playing the drums since he was a little kid. If you're old enough to remember, you know that like before Dilla, there was kind of like a quote unquote right way to play the drums. Just think about how drummers played like when you used to go to church and see people playing drums in church. You know, I mean, they had their dynamics, they had their drum rolls and everything like that, but it was just, they knew how to stay in the pocket. But anyway, Questlove watched what Dilla would do. Dilla would get up at like 7 a.m. and clean up around his studio for a couple of hours listening to music. You know, records he just purchased, listening to parts to sample, because he was patient enough to listen to the whole song because he knew that's how you find the gems on a record. Then from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, he would make beats, and quickly, one beat after another. Now, if you've been paying attention, how was Dilla able to make his beats so fast? Well, duh, because he was listening to the songs and formulating in his head what he was gonna do before he sat down at his MPC 3000. Now, that still doesn't mean that's easy enough that it will work for you too, but that was his method. So after 3 hours of making beats, he would take a 3-hour lunch break. Sometimes during that time, he'd pick up artists and musicians from the airport and bring them back to his studio. Then he'd get back to work from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. After that, it was Dilla's time, no pun intended, to hang out, get something to eat, go to the strip club. Oh yeah, if I knew Dilla, we would have gotten along really well. I love me some big booties. And then after the strip club, sometimes he would come home and make even more beats. That's why I like to call J Dilla the Tupac of making beats.
All day, I tell people all day, I'm in the studio from the time I get up, the time I go to sleep. I mean, I leave out, go get something to eat, that's it. It's like, I can't do anything else, you know what I'm saying? But, except for ladies, you know what I'm saying? But I'll leave that alone, But no, you know, like I get the inspiration from talking to people like Pete Rock and Diamond D. Man, every time I call Pete, he's in the basement. Yeah, it's like, every time I call him, he's working. Yeah. Every time I call Diamond D, he's in the lab. So it's like, it's nothing for me to do but do the same thing.
And people who knew Dilla said that he was a clean freak, like mad OCD with it. He kept his clothes organized in his bedroom. In the fridge, the soda cans were in straight rows with all the labels facing the same way. He had a bunch of notebooks that he would write lyrics in, his to-do list, sample ideas, and song arrangements. So basically, there was a method to his madness. He was far from sloppy. Dan Charnas writes that J Dilla's rhythms were not accidents, they were intentions.
Like, I get that from listening to old drummers, Bernard Purdy.
You must then learn how to groove.
You know, Idris Muhammad. I mean, like, drummers like that, like, had funk, soul. It was like you can hear when they fucked up, basically, in rhythm and timing, it was still funky. You know what I'm saying? It's like they still kept the beat. It's hard to explain, but I try to do that through the MP.